All right, let's talk about something we've all done. You're writing something and you type out a sentence that just feels wrong. You know what I mean, right? The meaning is there, but the words are just clunky and awkward. Well, today we are going to solve one of the most common reasons that happens, and it all comes down to one very simple phrase.
So first up, let's look at a classic grammar puzzle. This is the kind of sentence that trips up pretty much everyone at some point.
Okay, check this one out. The delay was due to that the crew was late. I mean, you get it, we know exactly what this is trying to say, but oof, it just doesn't sound right, does it? It's clunky, it's awkward, and it definitely doesn't have that professional polish we're all aiming for.
So what is it? What's the deal here? What actually makes this sentence so awkward? It's a really subtle little error, but trust me, it has a surprisingly simple solution. Okay, let's get to the good part, the simple fix. It's time to introduce the hero of our story today, the one phrase that's going to solve this whole puzzle. And here it is. The fact that, that's it. Think of this little phrase as a grammatical bridge. It's a special tool that's designed to connect parts of your sentence smoothly, especially when you need to plop in a full clause to explain something. And boom, here is the transformation, side by side. You see how that first sentence just feels broken? But by simply slotting in the fact that, everything just clicks into place. The sentence is now grammatically sound, and it just sounds way more formal, way more authoritative. It's kind of crazy how powerful that one small addition is. So how do you use this thing with confidence? Well, you only really need to know 3 key rules. Let's break them down right now. Okay, rule number 1. And honestly, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this one. It's super simple. In English grammar, you just can't put a that clause right after a preposition. Words like due to, despite, or because of, it's just a no-go. It's like trying to fit 2 puzzle pieces together that just don't match.
Here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Because of is a prepositional phrase, so saying because of that he left is just plain wrong. You have to insert the fact that to build that grammatical bridge over to the reason, which is he left.
All right, on to our second rule. Sometimes a whole idea, an entire clause, is actually the subject of your sentence. And when that happens, starting with the fact that adds some serious clarity and formality. Take a look at these. In that first one, the entire chunk of words, the fact that you're not a member, is acting as one single thing. The subject, it's the thing that makes no difference. See how that works? It packages a whole complicated idea into one neat little noun phrase. That's a sign of really strong, clear writing.
And finally, rule number 3. This one isn't just about being correct, it's about being powerful. You can use the fact that to basically put a big spotlight on a piece of information, to give it more weight, more seriousness.
Now, you could just say, we can't ignore that our system is failing. And that's fine, it's grammatically okay, but adding the fact that makes the statement so much more forceful. It frames the system's failure not as some opinion, but as an undeniable established truth. It's a power move. So, now that you know the rules, let's put together a little toolkit to help make this all second nature. Seriously, this next slide is one you're going to want to save. It's a quick reference cheat sheet for the most common prepositions that are going to need this little fix. Think of it as your writing shortcut. You can totally see the pattern here, right? All these phrases, despite, due to, in spite of, regardless of, they're all signals. The moment you type one of them and you're about to explain the why with a full thought, a subject and a verb, that's your cue. Your brain should just go, aha, I need to drop in the fact that. So why are we even talking about this? I mean, beyond just grammar rules, why does mastering this one little phrase actually make such a big difference? Because it's about so much more than just grammar. It's about impact. Using this phrase correctly makes your writing clearer and more precise. It instantly elevates your tone. It makes you sound more professional, more authoritative. And look, for anyone doing academic or formal writing, this isn't just a nice to have. It's absolutely essential. So here's the real takeaway. Stop thinking of this as some dusty old grammar rule you have to follow. It's not. It's a strategic tool. It's a simple little lever you can pull to make your communication clearer, more correct, and ultimately, way more powerful.
And that brings us to the final thought. Just think about your own work for a second. That email you have to send your boss, that academic paper, that big report. Where can adding this one simple phrase make your communication more powerful? Thanks so much for tuning in.